We always run out of time, and I will warn you, Mitch, that I might want to like boot you or Almond if we get to that 25, area, because the deafened. So like, because it's nice to have the video, but we're not there yet. So, well, you guys know the drill. I want to just major praise to Almond, Cheyenne, and Fatime, who helped me put together the best GM podcast yet. It is so cool. It's coming out in 2 weeks though, or in a week and a half. So be patient, but it was a really good one. I also want to dish major praise to Umberto, who made a really cool forum post in our comment on a forum about the homepage. Oh, he's here actually, because that was just so nice to see engagement from our community on the forum. Thank you so much, Umberto. And I also want to dish major praise to Franco for helping to support the Giveth House and like rally support to pay the rent from the community. It's really nice and I really appreciate it. I'll pass it off to Mitch.
Yeah, I want to praise Kotabe, Corey, and Almond for hanging out yesterday and getting dinner, having a nice informal chat about Giveth and crypto, and it was really nice. I want to praise Yas for leading that sweet fundraising call this week and starting to manage the working group a lot more formally. And I want to praise Griff and Frischel for meeting every month and keeping track of our DAO holdings in such thorough detail. And I will pass it on to Almond.
Thank you, Mitch. I want to praise Ashley for a great body call yesterday. I want to praise Nicola for always being on top of Meet the Makers and everything that's following. And I forgot who my third praise is, so I'm going to pass it to Jake.
Yeah, rock on. Thanks. I want to start by praising that's been involved with Gitcoin Alpha Round outreach. There's too many of you to mention, but everybody's doing a really kick-ass job. Secondly, I want to praise Santi. I don't get to say his name too much, but we had a killer one-on-one call this week, and he's doing a lot with NFTs, and I look forward to hopefully working on a future project with him with NFTs. And last, another name I don't get to mention much is Matteo. He's doing an incredible job with fiat and cat herding, one of our partners, to make sure that goes through. So really great job by Matteo. And let me pass it to another name I don't get to say much, Rodri.
Hi everyone, thanks Jake. I want to praise Lauren for taking the lead for the swag and everything relationship with it. I want to praise Salmon for always make amazing issues and really creative tasks. I want to, and for the GM podcast, I want to praise Lulu. She is an amazing graphic designer for GM and create really beautiful designs for at Denver. Thanks, Lulu. I want to pass Franco.
Gracias, Rodri. I want to give a big praise to Mitch for his work on the Karma integration. I want to praise him for helping me and training me with the Giveth talks and guiding me on how to create a sub DAO for the rewards team. I want to praise Griff and Yas and Ashley, Claire, Nicola for a really awesome brainstorming session about the Impact DAO grant for the Ethereum Foundation. And major praise to everyone who's doing a great job in the Gitcoin Alpha Round outreach. And I'll pass it to Ashley.
Franco, this week has been really busy, but I want to so much praise to give. I want to praise all my buddies that I've had calls with over this quarter. It's Claire, Frischel, Almond, Franco, Nicola, and yeah, it's been so fun to see you guys grow and come into your confidence and into your roles, and it was so great to connect and go over the feedback. I also want to praise Lauren for facilitating such an insightful buddy call for me. It's been a while since I had one, and so getting to get that feedback and also feel all the love from everybody was really great. And last but not least, I want to praise everybody on the ETH Denver team that has been working to plan big things there and to review applications and all the work doing on the side of our normal task list. So Griff, Lauren, Mitch, Alman, Corey, Danny, Nicola, Jake, Frischel, Heather, and Yas, and Rodri with the swag. And I think there's some other people maybe on the outside of that scope that I'm not seeing that have been helping as well. And that's it for me. So I will pass it to Heather.
Yay, thank you. I want to praise Ahmad, Frischel, and Nico for our HR calls this month. And I want to praise Griff, Lauren, Ashley, and Almond for their input with hiring. And then I also want to praise Mitch because I see him um, facilitate a ton of calls that I don't go to. But I think he should get acknowledged for that. And I will pass it to Monique.
GM everybody. I want to praise Mo for perfect design for single project view and taking care of all prioritized issues on the token log for the design. I want to praise Sherik, Ramin, Ali Reza for jumping into the design of the new homepage. Meto for taking care of the Fiat integration, Amin and Carlos and Mohammed for improving the queries on the backend, Carlos again for Chainvine, Lauren for super helpful notification center stuff, Santi for PFP collection, Mitch also for jumping into the PFP collection and supporting all his best in dev side, Corey for sync meetings, and Ahmed for SEO. I pass it to Corey.
Thanks. Yeah, I have a lot of praise to give out, but I'll just stick to the three. I also wanted to praise Mitch, Almond, and Kotabe for meeting up in person yesterday. It was so nice. Also so crazy that I haven't met Almond in person until now. So that was great. And I actually want to praise Steve, who might not be here right now, but Steve doesn't get enough praise. And I want to praise him for his collaborative support on the homepage copy this week. It's been really awesome working with him. And I also want to praise Frischel for always being so patient with me and following up on all of the talent support items and other administrative things. So thank you so much. And I'll write the rest in the channel. And I would like to pass it to Lauren.
Thank you, Corey. Okay, I want to praise Griff for supporting me on the Gitcoin collaboration forum post, and just like doing so much to talk about like how we're going to integrate QF and all these kind of top level, very important discussions. I want to praise Monique for putting so much effort into organizing all of the issues in the dApps v2 board and Give Economy. He's just like on top of everything and making sure it all gets assigned and nothing's falling through the cracks. It's huge work. Thank you so much, Monique. And I want to praise Rodri and Lulu for the amazing, amazing designs and coordination around the ETH Denver swag. I know I'm like being very nitpicky and they're being super helpful and amazing and patient with me. And I have more praises, but those are my three for now. I will pass it to Umberto.
Hey, thank you. Thanks. I want to praise you all. You are all heroes, and you are all my heroes. I've been saying this since Common Stack, where I met some of you, that I found you as heroes, and I love what you do, why you do it, and in consequence, I love you all. Thanks for the effort, the heart and soul you put into everything that you do. And one last thing is, I remember once Griff was in an interview and someone said something about stealing money, and this person will not mind being hated if he's rich. And Griff said, no way, I wouldn't like to be hated, not even a little bit, for stealing something like that. It was very long time ago. But this is the spirit of this group, and you all give. And so I really, really appreciate that. I really love you, and I send you my blessings to all of you. Thank you. I don't know who's next, so you can pass it.
I can sling it for you. Let's throw it to Katabe.
GM, everyone. Hope everyone is doing good. So I had so much fun spending some time yesterday with Corey Almond and Mitch in real life. my praises, a lot of people to praise, but this week I really want to highlight Mo for all the design, like the crazy, well, Mo, Tosin, and all the design team that are like doing a lot of things, a lot of time, like all the time, and doing great things. Rhoda is there too, and especially for looking into Gimulator and Maze and kind of like how can we improve the user experience. I want to praise Corey for coordinating comms and also some like a lot of times working on things that are needed in there. And to all the visionaries, Griff, Jazz, Jake, Mitch, Lauren, Santix, everyone that is in the fundraising calls and the Give Economy research. Like I think we're making a lot of progress, and thank you all for pushing things forward. Having said that, let's see. I wanna pass it to Nicola.
Oh, the mute button. Hi guys, happy Thursday. Okay, I want to praise guys. I want to praise Ashley because she signed up for flying schools and she's like making her dreams come true. And I believe that if we thrive as individuals, we can thrive as a community. So like follow your dreams, everyone. And I want to praise also Griff and Yas and Claire and Franco and also Ashley again for our beautiful and fruitful and productive brainstorm about the potential of uh, impact DAO grants and yeah, imagining the future together. And I also want to praise Almond for just being such an awesome part of the team. I can always count on you with everything. You do so many great things in so many different corners. So I'm just so grateful to have you on the team. And I'm going to pass it to Juanca.
Thank you, Nicola. Well, I want to praise you, Nicola, for taking the lead of a session about conflict management in the coming Graviton course. I also want to praise Umberto for the beautiful words he said earlier. I resonate with you, and I also think that the people here is amazing and that I also love you all. And I would also like to praise Mitch for his new profile picture. I just love it, how like it shows you as a really good cartoon. So that's my praise, and I will pass it to Lauren. Did you go? Or Franco?
Yeah, there we go, Franco. Hey Franco, you around?
I already went, but I can pass it to.
Oh, you already went?
Yeah, I did.
Mo.
Nico.
My bad. Okay, Nico.
Oh, thanks, Franco. Yeah, I'd like to give my praises to Ahmad, Heather, and Frischel for the amazing HR call that we had this morning. Praise to Frischel for processing our payments. She is sick at the moment, but she's very organized and timely. I hope you feel better, Frischel. Praise to Ashley, Claire, Almond, Franco, Nicola, and Lauren for having their buddy calls recently, and also Amin for scheduling his buddy calls. Yeah, passing it back to you, Griff.
There we go. Let's throw it over to Mo.
Thanks. Okay, so I want to praise Monique for handling the backlog and helping me with keeping the priority on mine. And I want to praise Ramin and Cherik for developing the new homepage and taking care of every details. And a lot of praise I will share later. Griff, can you take it? Sorry, I don't know where I should pass.
No worries. Let's throw it over to Moshahab.
Thanks. Hello, everyone. I want to praise Monique for always being on top of things regarding the backlog and sending us stressing matters to solve. I want to praise Kai and Ali Reza for testing out things regarding access to Mary when I cannot test them. I want to praise Ramin for assisting with some front end issues to help scale the front end. And I have more praises. I'll just ditch them in the channel. Back to you, Griff.
Yep, and rounding us out is Santi. Take it away, man.
Thank you, Griff. I want to give praise to Jake for the one-on-one meeting we had about my NFT this week. I want to give praise to the dev team, Cherik, Monique, Amin, Kirch, Mitch, and Lauren for the PFP collection development, and all the comms team for the great outreach that they're giving to the Gitcoin grants. And back to you.
Thanks a lot, Santi, and welcome to Community Call 148. That's a good number. January 26th. Okay, let's keep moving. I don't need to tell you about praise. You guys all know the drill. But what I do need to tell you about is Gitcoin Alpha rounds. I know you've all been pinged and DM'd by a million people, and especially Breachies. Major praise to Breachies for that one. Make sure to give out donations. I know actually, Umberto, you have Urbanica's on there too, right? What's the bundle that Urbanica's in there for?
Thanks. It's Creative Works and Emerging Economies and Indigenous Communities. They are 2 bundles.
Nice. Make sure to get in there. Make sure to get in there and donate to both of those bundles, as well as, of course, all of our projects, Common Stacks and Giveth, and also the one in the climate round. If you are having trouble, I believe, like getting your passport validated, I have a bunch of GTC that I can stake behind your address. Tell Breachies that you need support in getting verified, and I will help you get verified so that you can donate. Let's see. Yeah. And of course, we have other partners in the round too. Don't just donate to us. We're not trying to Sybil attack. We're really trying to support these projects. But there's also True Blocks, One Hive, Vocdoni, Bright ID, Refi Spring, Bloom Network. They are all partners. So make sure to get out there and show your support with a couple dollars. And with that, we can just jump straight into the communications working group. Corey, you want to take it away?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, as we all know, the Gitcoin Grants Alpha round continues this week. The comms team has been super busy focusing on all the content related to raising this effort. We just put out this thread like half an hour ago, which really nicely recaps the key points of our grant. So please show it some love and spread the word. We're going to pin it to the profile, and this is going to serve really as our like TLDR for the remaining 5 days that we have of this round. So go check it out. And we've also linked to this awesome blog post that really just deserves so much spreading of the word. And yeah, otherwise, the comms team has been really busy with, Twitter Space, shilling, outreach, emails, threads. We'll be naming a couple more threads. This blog post went out this week as an amazing supporting content for the round. So yeah, we've been living it, we've been breathing it, we've been dreaming about it. Gitcoin Grants round this week. That's the world of comms. And yeah, this is the and major praise to Suga for getting this post out. It's a big one. It really is something that's very great to link to anytime anyone wants to know what Giveth is building this year. So send it out. Also, these memes are priceless. We gotta save these and use these on our socials. What else? We recently introduced the Solarpunk Guild. Praise to Kotabe for leading this initiative. We're also on this list, and we highlighted so many great refi projects that are related to this in this collaborative Gitcoin Alpha round. So this is also a really nice thread to breeze through all these other projects that you can support when you're donating on Gitcoin this week. Also, our latest episode of GM went live last week with Griff and the founders of Public Nouns Project, which is a Web3 experiment using NFTs and decentralized governance for continuous public goods funding. So check that out. The recording is there. And you can also catch the next episode, which is airing tomorrow at 9 a.m. CST or 4 p.m. Central European time with our very own Almond. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. It's really important to get subscriptions on there. And also then you're just automatically going to get notifications about the next upcoming episodes. So there's a link here in the presentation. I can also add it to the chat here when I'm done talking. And then some last things from this week, the Giveth project. The Giveth project's quarterly update is something that we put out from comms. We put these out every 3 months to let our donors know what's going on. And lastly, very importantly, Givebacks Round 27 is out. So make sure to go claim your give and that super special PO-op from New Year's. Fancy thing right there. And then coming soon, we've got the January edition of Give News, our newsletter. And we're putting the final touches on the Evolving Nonprofits into Regen Economies blog, which is going to be a big one coming out. And we're preparing to put out a really great project survey to our project owners. And we're working continuously on the new Giveth homepage and our PFP collection. So stay tuned. Thanks. I'll pass it to Ashley with Communitas.
Thanks, Corey. We are Communitas, and on Wednesdays we have an AMA session orientation at 10 a.m. Costa Rica time. Yesterday's was really awesome, by the way. We had a lot of people coming in, and they were saying that they heard you guys talking on Twitter Spaces about Gitcoin grants, and they heard you guys talking out there. So those of you that are out there representing Giveth in these Twitter Spaces, it's working, and we're seeing the ripples in the community and in the AMA. So keep spreading the word and keep doing what you're doing. It's working, and we're feeling it. And our team syncs on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. to do some community building, planning, and strategizing. You can find the calendar link. All right, updates. We had a strategy session around the new ambassador program where we listened to Lucille from Climate Fresh come and talk about the success of their ambassador program and then the numbers that they reached. And it was very inspiring to hear her talk. And it was pretty easy to implement. We recorded the session, so if you're interested in knowing what we were talking about, you can watch the recording and keep an eye out for our next strategy session on how to move forward in creating an ambassador program. Also, all of our Giveth channel YouTube videos, including the podcasts that Corey was talking about, you can find them there. The workshops we've had, Giveth Essentials, all our community calls now have subtitles in multiple languages. So if you want to hear our calls or watch the podcasts in Spanish, you can find the subtitles there now on our YouTube videos. If they're missing a language that you want to see, let me know and I can always add that. And then tomorrow we'll have a Sea of Hertz radio show where Miguel will be interviewing Gravity DAO and the Recenter, like a resource center here in Costa Rica where they do recycling. And that's at 10 a.m. It will be streamed in the Sea of Hertz Discord. So if you're interested in hearing about some of our Spanish speaking projects, you can find the link to the Sea of Hertz Discord here. And other than that, like, community is really in planning mode right now. We're planning for these in-person events. We're planning to have some Twitter Spaces next month, and maybe some new Essentials sessions coming up. So keep an eye out for all this. And if you want to get involved in some of these live events, you can find the information for our syncs for the Flea and the ETH Denver syncs here, as well as the documentation. And as always, we have our collective brainstorming corner up here in the top. So leave any ideas that you might have for any of these sessions here. And finding the past Giveth Essentials, there's also a link. Nicola said she didn't really have too much for updates in the Gravity group this week, but as always, if you're having conflicts or you're seeing some tension in the community, you can fill out this form here. And if you're interested in getting more involved in the Gravity group, they have a monthly sync and you can DM Nicola to get involved. And I will pass it over to the platform circle.
Yeah. The development working group is happening on Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern daytime, and we have the bi-weekly sprint planning, and join please if you're interested. And the slides. This referral program is on our top of backlog. Now we reached the conclusion how we can integrate. Now we have access. The integration is ongoing, and this notification center is done. But this last changes on supported project notifications, we get blocked by lots of bugs and also the architecture for the backend. So work in progress on this. Hope we can finalize it in a week. Our main focus this week was on new homepage. it's getting out and it's beautiful. And we're working on lots of issues related to this new homepage. Um, so if you're interested, you can take a look. If you scroll, we can see lots of issues are ongoing. More than 13, 14 issues are here. And some of them are, needs content that we're in sync with the comms team. And the next thing is that General Magic Projects, Carlos is the only one who works for the praise. And for the backend, we did a lot during this week for technical debts, for caching, for improvements, and you can see also the campaigns and banners. We're trying to bring it in the backend so we can be easily do the campaigns and stuff. NASI's safe app listing is we're waiting for their code review. For the Fiat integration, Matteo and Carlos did a lot during this week. Moving on with SDG donor box integration, we're planning to go with the empty Pillarin top-up service. And internationalization had a good progress. Now we have 60% covered in Spanish. And I have to pass it to Lauren.
Thank you, Monique. Awesome. Give Economy Working Group. There are lots of calls. They happen all the time. I don't know what time zone you're in. Anyway, come to our calls if you're interested in the stuff I'm about to talk about. And the Give Economy development side of things, the main thing that we're focusing on right now is the PFP collection. Starting to get to work developing the mint page, the drop page, and also working a little bit on design on like how the PFPs will be integrated into the platform. So we're getting pretty close. We're targeting an estimated launch date of just before ETH Denver or maybe Santi's birthday. So kind of like end of February or mid to end of February is our targeted launch date for the PFP collection. Sunsetting Giveth Trace. Giveth Trace has been deprecated, and we are just going to be putting up a little splash page saying as much. In the Regen Farms redesign has been finished, so praise Tossin for that, and Cherrick is getting to work with basically just changing the way the Regen Farms looks a little bit so that the streams are separate from the cards, and it's just going to be like a little bit easier when a Regen Farm ends but the stream keeps continuing. There's always going to be a place where you can claim it. Quadratic funding discussion. So as I mentioned in my praise, Griff and I had a call with Kevin Olson, Kevin Owaki from Gitcoin talking about the collaboration between Giveth and Gitcoin and the integration of QF on Giveth. If we get QF on Giveth, I think that we'll be able to really do great work with improving the UX, and also we'll be able to create a little bit more cross collaboration between Giveth and Gitcoin and Giveth. So stay tuned for that. I'm working on a forum post that will be talking about that bigger picture vision. On the research side of things, Monique already mentioned that we've been working on the fiat integration, had a little bit of issues with on-ramping that we're hoping will be solved by launching the on-ramp. We're launching a widget on January 31st, but still actively testing the fiat integration. Givebacks token list. Just doing some small updates there, basically removing illiquid tokens and then making sure that they don't show up on the drop-down menu. Hedgie, we were talking about legal issues as a DAO for selling our token via Hedgie and looking into some possible opportunities for still going ahead with that. And GiveFi. Mitch has been doing some great work on putting together a comprehensive specification document for GiveFi. So it's linked there if you want to have a look. Not quite finished yet, but still in the works. GiveFi is going to be another major roadmap piece this year. And Karma Analytics. There's the forum post is linked here. For Karma Analytics, we're just looking for ideas and feedback about how to parameterize our Karma integration. So take a look at that if you're interested in weighing in with some of your ideas. And that is all I have on the research side of things. I'll pass it to Octave for fundraising.
Yeah, thank you. So basically, we're halfway through Gitcoin Alpha round. There is 330K in matching funds for the open source software. So let's get some. So right now, where we are, we're number 17 in donations. We're number 43 in unique donors. We have about 220 donors that have donated 2,469. But the competition is fierce in this round and in the open source software especially. So not let's not get down for this because there's been a lot of civil attack, but let's get busy and try to get more donors, try to get more donations, be a champion. I know Jazz is reaching out to you guys also to share within your network about Giveth, about the awesome work that we're doing, and try to get more funds for us. One thing that we're really good at is like we're one of the highest donations per donor. So let's try to get more donors, let's try to get more donations, and that's it. If you have issues with your passport, as Griff already mentioned, Griff can give you a boost. So just let us know. So one other thing, like on the things that we are, some updates. Polygon, we got 10K from Polygon, so yay, amazing. We're still on the work with the grants that we're going to get from Cello and from the Graph. From the Graph specifically, we are checking out for some legal support on a document that we have to sign. If you are a lawyer, have legal background, let me know, DM me. Anyway, moving on. Some of the things that we are focusing more this week is the Ethereum Foundation grant that we're working on. We're working on something for Moloch DAO too, and Optimism is having some updates this week. So we are that's going to be one of the big ones for us too. And on other things, white label, we're discussing about going for big aid organizations. So we realized that the WFP was really interested into sort of like a white label. So we are probably seeing some product market fit there. So we are kind of like exploring and pulling that thread. With the WFP right now, they decide to hold this, but we are kind of like saying, like trying to understand why this and not right now, and trying to make it yes. And on the side of the public goods, well, there is also like public good router, which is an idea of having like this 1% for the planet for DeFi protocols, where they have like 1% for public goods. And we are exploring with Gauss-Swap, Balancer, Curve, and others. If you have contacts or any ideas, send them my way or join the fundraising call, which is Mondays, or the Give Economy Research call, which is Wednesdays. Thank you. That's it from my side, and I'll pass it back to you, Griff.
Thanks, Kotabe. Let's throw it over to Tossin. Or sorry, Mo, are you taking it for design?
Yeah, I'm here. Thanks, Griff. So this week we were a little bit busy with new proposal to actually improve the project description page. So please, if you didn't see the forum post, please take a look and share your feedback. It's really helpful, and it can help us to be able to improve things a lot much more. Also, we are working on the Giveth mini prototype. Basically, we can present it when we are talking and introducing Giveth to new user and potential customers, so they can have a better understanding about what Giveth is about. The version form, the responsive guides are added to, and it's ready to hand it over to the developers. And we are working on the design for the integration of top-up service for so people can actually purchase directly on the platform. Yeah, that's all of the updates from the design working group. Pass it back to you, Griff. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Mo. Lots going on over in design. So I always start off with vacation, and no one seems to be taking vacation this month. January is a month to hang out at home, it looks like. So Rochelle is sick today, and hopefully she feels better tomorrow. And Mohammed and Heather are going to take off some time, so that's great. and celebrate them and leave them alone so they can enjoy their time off. On the forum, actually kind of a slow week in the forum, but some posts are definitely getting some action. There's a lot of action on improving the projects page. Really interesting, total remodel on the project page. Check it out, and major praise to Mitch and Umberto for putting in some comments there. And our give eligibility. This is a tight one. Oh, I misspelled eligibility. I don't know how to spell. This one's really interesting and juicy. Get in there. Who should be allowed to have NRGIF? What barriers do we put up? I know I have a post waiting the wings to come up, so still trying to post it. Demo page, as was already spoken about. A Q4 NRGIF distro. If you have been working with us since October, definitely put your name down and apply for NRGIF tokens. And there's like someone who wants. There's a lot of action in the DAO lens, like DAO management tooling. They really want us to work with them, it seems. And yeah, rewards for surveys and karma for governance. But I feel like Mitch might even talk more about that. So also, if you know anyone who we are hiring, so definitely put your name in the hat. I don't know, Heather, if you have anything that you want to specifically call out.
I mean, we are in some later phases of hiring for the praise co-founder role, and then the director of tech role. So it's not any juicy updates, I would say.
Cool. Then let's throw it over to Mitch for the DAO working group.
Thanks, Griff. Yeah, so we got our weekly governance calls. Mondays, 10 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central European. Updates on-chain governance. We got an NRGIV, an Aragon Reputation DAO, Gardens, Gnosis Safes, Token Log, and Snapshot. Griff briefly mentioned we've got that Q4 NRGIV distribution that will be closing February 2nd. In the NRGIV right now, there is a vote for core contributor compensation reimbursement for the month of December. And in the Give Garden, we've got the vote to disperse the payment to Karma for our analytics standard integration. That is set to pass in 1 month, but we can speed things up with a bit more support there. And in the meantime, while we're waiting for that to load, let's look what's happened. Token log. Giveth referral program. At the top, fiat integration, project activity feeds, PFP collection, discussions, multi-level accounts. What? GiveFi's all the way down there. What? I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, if you've got any Give tokens or GGive tokens, go in and vote on this for features and products that you want us to build. So check that out. Let's have a gander at that Gardens. Not gonna do it today. Damn you, Gardens. But anyway, if you can get that to load, it would be really useful if we could pay these guys sooner than 1 month from now. So that would be awesome if you could support it. Oh, something went wrong. Yeah. So let's have a look there. She ain't gonna load for us. I blame Griff's internet. Yeah. So that'll pass in well over a month. So let's try and sort that out. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. Nothing in the snapshot, nothing in the multi-sigs. And we can move it on to Griff for the spotlight.
Yeah, it is my pleasure to talk about funding the planet. Umberto, are you taking this one on? I don't actually know.
No.
I didn't think so. Who is taking this on? Ashley, do you know?
I don't see them here. I think the name on this spreadsheet was Otter.
Oh. Well, Then, well, I think we were going to demo the passport page because that's what I wanted to do during this time anyway. So let's dive into that because I think a lot of people were having trouble with passport, if I'm not mistaken. So I want to go through a couple options for people that you can that can boost your score. You don't have to do anything too special. Let's see, man, my computer is like super
Griff,
slow. Yeah.
damn it. If I had only known, I missed the first half of the call because I just did it all and it seems to have some connection, like there are issues. It took me forever to get the page loaded. I can say something from memory if you want because I just did it.
Sure.
Good things to do are like connect with Bright ID, so we could have a Bright ID connection party, I think.
A
And
great
that's an easy
idea.
win. ENS name, if you never got an ENS name, now is the time. But the problem is you need 15 days. It needs to be 15 days old. Maybe if you give an ENS name, I don't know. Or like maybe I have one lying around, but I don't know. Like there's some most stuff cannot be recent. You should, like, if you have one ETH there, that's good. If you spend a lot on gas, if you ever donated any Gitcoin to any Gitcoin grants rounds, oh yeah, there you go. Over to you.
Yeah. So there's a few things that I think especially you can do. I really like that idea. Actually, Kai, does everyone have Bright ID downloaded? If you don't, first off, that's tragic because Bright ID is super cool. And I think you should totally try to download it right now. And at the very end of this call, we'll do a connection party. But if you don't have Bright ID, we should get it right now and we can make a little group connection. So I'll show this again in a little bit while you guys all get your Bright IDs loaded on your phone and set it all up. Another thing that you can do is this GTC staking is really interesting. So you can go in here and you can actually manage this stamp. And there's this thing called identity staking. So first off, you can get some GTC for 10 GTC, which is like, I think just around $10, maybe $20. You can just put it in your wallet and you'll get this thing, which is worth about 2 points on the identity score. And then also you can go here and you can stake on yourself. So you can stake I think for this one you have to stake on your GTC. There's another actual passport stamp that's just holding the GTC. But for here, you can go to this website, and when it eventually loads, you can stake on yourself and lock some GTC to show that you are a good person who has GTC at risk. And also, I can stake behind you too. And I think Breachies is going to ask everyone who's having troubles to just here we go, to tell me so I can stake GTC behind you. She'll just need your address. See, I staked 101 GTC. This is actually Jake right here. So, and that got him over the limit. So that's super cool. Where is the GTC holdings? I think it's, if you have an NFT at all, you can do that one. A lot of you probably have the POAPs and all of these. So I think most of this is pretty basic and you can do it. So, oh yeah, here's the GTC in your possession that you can hit as well. But let's do this Bright ID party. So do you guys all have your Bright ID?
I have one question. Is there any because I know there's a threshold, you need to have something like 20, but is there a benefit of having more? Do they get more matching funds?
There's a threshold of 1, 10, and 100. Are you guys connecting to me over here? Yeah, Lauren's connected. Oops. Okay, this is a group one. You can just jump in this and then you'll be connected. Although I guess we could have 2 groups. Everyone who scans this QR code gets connected with everybody else, which is super cool.
Could you copy the link in our chat?
Yeah. Yeah, it only will last for 10 minutes, so
Okay.
you'll have to put it together. Let me see. Oh, you know what? It'll kick me out. Here, Kai, I'm gonna send the link to you. And maybe you can put it in the chat. Or actually, now I sent it to you. I can put it in the chat too. Here you go. Scan that QR code. You could get it, bro, Giant Kid. I believe in you. He's like, no, someone's pulling in. I gotta sell a shed. I don't know. Well, tell me if you need it again. Just put the message out there. But yeah, does anyone else have any other topics or anything else that we should bring up, or we can just end 10 minutes early?
Can you flash the QR code one more time for 1 second?
Absolutely.
I'm trying to figure out how in the app you even scan the code. Got it. Yes. Wait, why is it so? Hang on, I gotta make your screen bigger. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Is it working for anyone? Did anyone get connected?
It's downloading. Let's see.
Yeah, for me it has like 2 minutes downloading.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like when you close the group, then it might come. Then everybody comes through.
I try copying a link then for another group.
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't show that anyone's actually connected to it.
Maybe try a new one.
Yeah. It won't let me try a new one.
All right, I pasted a link to the chat here. That's also for a group.
Wait, that's a new one?
Yeah, but I mean, we are also all connected.
Yeah, should be the same one. Maybe that's the issue, is that because I'm connected to people already, it's not showing up, but usually it does. Usually
It says to me bright ID socket server or something like this.
Now I get somebody connected to me.
Oh yeah, to yours?
I see
link
2 of 30, but I kept the page open. I mean, I guess you keep the page open as well.
Hey Monique, I think you should scan it from the Bright ID app.
All right,
I got
Suga, here you
connected to Giant
go.
Can.
Yeah.
Let's select the connection whose account you're helping to recover. Wow.
Yeah,
Doesn't it show you? What were you saying, Lauren?
I think we can use Kai's link.
Yeah, the link worked better than the QR codes, I have to say. I don't know. It just kept saying downloading.
Weird. Okay,
I mean, it does seem to time out a lot. Now I have waiting. I mean, I have Lauren and Suga here. Let me check on our notes.
I think I lost mine. I forget. I think maybe Ashley was my recovery. There's 2 of them.
Yeah, I have a recovery thing. Let's see.
You just need to to scan mine. It might have been Lauren too. I'm not sure who I did it 2 years ago with.
I have Lauren, Danny, and Tommy.
Danny and Tommy.
But I don't know, maybe that's just the people who are my recovery people. So I don't know. You can see in your app though.
My app doesn't know who I am though. I'm trying to import it.
Mm.
Mine it
Okay.
says breaches. Is that correct?
Somebody can show this code again?
Your recovery connections will need to scan this to help you recover your Bright ID.
Okay, put it up here. Let me find you.
Is breaches
on.
here?
Breaches will work too.
Yeah, I miss these connection parties. We did them a lot.
Yeah.
It's also a good way to end the community call always.
Yeah.
I guess there are more. Like I have to look into proof of humanity and stuff. Also,
Yeah, but
really
proof of
like the
humanity-
whole ceramic thing.
You have to pay a lot of gas for proof of humanity.
It looks like
Yeah,
it's working.
same. That's also what bums me out for
Nice.
Gitcoin. Like I suppose I could use
Sorry,
optimism
Lauren?
and could not.
I need two. I don't know who my other one was. Maybe it was Danny. Maybe it was Tommy.
Here, I'll try.
I doubt it, but we'll see. We'll see if it works.
I also I got a question when I'm trying to verify my Twitter and it doesn't, it checks it and checks it and then it never shows this verified status. Is it because I don't have GTC yet, or is that the core of everything?
You know, a lot of the times, you don't have to have the GTC, but a lot of times it just takes a long time. And if you just let it just navigate away from, leave the page open and don't close that little thing, you know, the little sidebar, then it will eventually load.
Yeah, I'm not, that's actually not, that's what I've been doing. And then it just goes back to, after it finishes, it goes back to the verify button being active. It never finishes verifying. It's so weird. It just goes back to starting over on multiple things, Discord, Twitter. Maybe I just need to refresh it and try it again, but I don't know if
It's
anyone
also
else.
time of day is also if you do it
Lauren, scan me.
when everyone is awake, it's really slow.
Okay.
So if you do it late in your
Tell me your link, please. Your code, please.
Mine's broken. I need to recover my account. It was Ashley and I don't know who else it was.
Yeah, probably Danny.
Oh, I broke it.
Franco, can you show your QR, please? Again?
Hey champs, I got
Wow.
around. It was a pleasure. Thanks for the nice vibes and keep it going. Ciao.
Yep. See you around, Umberto.
One thing I notice is it seems to that we connect more often than just once, because it will
Yeah.
update. I connected with you 2 years ago, and now it asked me to reconnect. So maybe that strengthens the graph somehow.
Exactly.
Cool. Thank you,
Oh,
guys.
Franco.
Using your other device.
Franco, bring back the QR code. I wasn't fast enough.
Mine's just been downloading for 10 minutes. I don't know if it's smarter to just cancel it.
Cancel
Yeah,
it.
mine was doing that and I just went out and had to do it again. And it worked.
Okay. So now I gotta scan. All right, I'll scan your code now, Franco.
You know, Nicola, Griff, you should put your link in. It's better than the QR code. That's leading to the download thing taking forever. Just paste your link.
Yeah. Well, I'm connected to everybody else's links. I feel like usually you only need one link in a group, and it would usually work. So I'll be a passive, like.
But I'm not
Yeah.
connected to you.
Well, and only one person can use your link.
No, well, unless you do a group link. Like Kai's is a group link, and I thought Suga, I thought we were connected through Kai's group link. Yeah, you and I are connected now, Suga.
These links like don't take me anywhere. Just like a black. What is going on today?
Mine showed that we were connected right when you said that, so it's all good.
What? That's
Yeah.
crazy.